Forget what you think a camera is. This is a challenge. It challenges everything you thought was possible with a camera that weighs only 53 grams. We're talking about footage that looks like it was shot on a professional Hollywood rig, captured by something you can literally hide in your hand. Shots that defy gravity, angles that shouldn't be possible, and video quality that just makes you stop and stare. For the past week, we've been pushing this tiny titan to its absolute limit. And what we found? Well, it changes everything. You just saw what this little thing can do. Now, let's talk about what it is. This is the brand new Insta360 Go Ultra. For way too long, creators have had to make a choice, convenience or quality. You could either haul around a heavy, complicated camera rig to get that perfect, stable, high-res shot, or you could just pull out your phone and get a clip that's easy, but often shaky and a little disappointing. The whole point of an action camera was to fix this, but lately, they've only been getting bigger. So our goal with this video is simple. We're breaking down the Go Ultra's most powerful, and honestly, most secret features. We're not just gonna read you the spec sheet. We're going to push the 4K 60 FPS video, the legendary flow state stabilization, and its tough as nails waterproofing to their breaking points. By the end of this, you won't just understand what makes this camera so special, you'll see why it might just be the most versatile creative tool ever made. Let's jump in. The power of 4000 at 60 FPS. Alright, let's kick things off with the headline feature, 4K video at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second. Now, 4K isn't new, but getting it at this frame rate from a sensor this small is a huge leap forward. For years, everyone loved the Go series for its size, but you always knew you were taking a slight hit on image quality compared to the big guys from GoPro and DJI. The Go Ultra doesn't just address that compromise, it completely obliterates it. So what does 4K 60 actually mean for you? It means motion looks incredibly lifelike and smooth. It's the difference between just watching a video and feeling like you're right there. Fast action, like a downhill bike run or your dog sprinting across the park, is captured with stunning clarity, none of the blur or choppiness you get at lower frame rates. But the real magic trick is when you want to slow things down. Since we shot at 60 frames per second, we can slow our footage down by 50% and still have a perfectly smooth, cinematic-looking video. That kind of creative power used to be reserved for cameras that cost way more and weighed way more. And this isn't just a numbers game. Insta360 packed a new, much larger 1.28-inch sensor into the Go Ultra. This new sensor grabs twice as much light as the old one, which means dramatically better video in tricky lighting. The colors are richer, you see more detail in the shadows and highlights, and the overall image is just beautiful. We also have the option to drop to 2.7K at 100 FPS, or even Full HD at an insane 200 FPS, for some truly epic super slow motion shots that turn a split second into a dramatic, emotional moment. This thing is a powerhouse. The magic of flow state stabilization. Let's talk about the one thing that ruins more great moments than anything else, shaky footage. We've all been there. You capture a once-in-a-lifetime memory, your kid's first steps, crossing a marathon finish line, a stunning view from a mountaintop, only to watch it back and feel seasick. For years, the only answer was a gimbal, another bulky, battery-draining gadget to carry around. The Insta360 Go Ultra says goodbye to all that. What if you could get gimbal smooth footage from a camera that weighs less than a golf ball? That's the promise of flow state stabilization, and let me tell you, it's not a promise, it's a fact. It's pretty much magic. We took the Go Ultra on a trail run, mounted right on my chest, no gimbals, no rigs, nothing. The path was a mess, I was stomping along, and the footage should be unwatchable. But it's not. It's perfectly, unbelievably smooth. But the real party trick is the 360-degree horizon lock. This is where it starts to feel like actual sorcery. With horizon lock on, no matter how you tilt, turn, or even spin the camera, the horizon stays perfectly level. We strapped it to the handlebars of a bike leaning hard into turns, and the shot stayed flat. We held it and spun around in a circle, and the world just revolved around this steady, unshakable point. This one feature makes everything you shoot look more intentional, more professional, and way more cinematic. It's the kind of stability that lets you forget about the camera and just live in the moment. knowing the Go Ultra is getting a rock-solid shot every time. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown useful and want to see more reviews where we really push tech to its limits, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. It's free, it takes 1 second, and it honestly makes a huge difference in helping us keep making videos just like this for you. Pushing waterproofing to the limit. Okay, now for one of the boldest claims on the box. Insta360 says the Go Ultra is IPX8 waterproof right out of the box down to 10 meters, or 33 feet, with no extra case needed. For a camera with a pop-out design, that's a claim that needs to be tested. So, we didn't just dunk it in a fishbowl. We designed an aquatic torture test. We took it to a local water park. We strapped it to the front of a water slide, plunged it into the chaos of a wave pool, and let it get hammered by giant splash buckets. It lived on my swim trunks for hours, going from completely underwater to baking in the sun, over and over. And it didn't just survive, it thrived. The footage is awesome, capturing all the fun from a perspective that would be impossible with a phone and terrifying with a bigger, more expensive action camera. But what really blew us away was the audio. The Go Ultra has two built-in mics that are designed to be better, and we were pretty skeptical about how they'd work after getting waterlogged. But even after being totally submerged, the mix cleared out fast and kept picking up clean, usable audio. You could hear the screams on the slide and the splash of the waves with surprising clarity. This go anywhere, film anything attitude is what the Go Ultra is all about. It takes away the fear of taking your camera into the wild. Whether you're caught in a storm, going for a swim, or just getting a creative shot in the sink, the camera is ready. No case, no fuss, no problem. The secret weapon: creative versatility for K-video, the stabilization, the waterproofing, those are the pillars. But the real secret of the Insta360 Go Ultra, the thing that truly puts it in a league of its own, is its creative versatility. This all comes down to its tiny, cube-shaped body and its brilliant magnetic mounting system. This is how you get the impossible shots. Now, you might be thinking, how does this stack up against a GoPro Hero 13 or the rumored DJI Action 5 Pro? It's a fair question. Those cameras might have higher peak resolutions like 5.3K or even 8K, but they can't do what this camera can do. The Go Ultra isn't trying to win a spec sheet war, it's trying to win the creative war. It's about getting the shot that nobody else can. Here are just a few things we did. First, the cat's eye view. We used the pendant mount, a simple magnetic necklace you wear under your shirt, to get a totally hands-free, chest-level view of playing with my cat. The camera is so light and out of the way, the cat had no idea it was there, which gave us some of the most natural and fun pet footage I've ever gotten. Second, the product placement shot. Its tiny size and magnetic body mean you can stick it almost anywhere. We put it on the side of a coffee mug while it was being filled, stuck it to the head of a guitar for a musician's point of view, and clipped it to the brim of my hat for a true first-person shot. These are the dynamic, immersive angles that make people say, "Oh, how did you film that?" Finally, the Vlogmaster setup. The redesigned Action Pod now has a fantastic 2.2-inch tilting display. This is a game changer. You can pop the camera into the pod for a classic vlogging setup, framing your shot perfectly with the flip-up screen. But then, and this is the brilliant part, you can instantly pop the camera out, stick it to a railing nearby for a second angle, and keep using the Action Pod as a wireless remote and monitor. That flexibility is just unmatched. A GoPro might have a front screen, but it doesn't let you physically separate the lens from the screen to get creative like this. So, after all the tests, the torture, and the impossible shots, what's the bottom line on the Insta360 Go Ultra? It's a revolution in a tiny package. Insta360 looked at the few compromises of the older Go models and just wiped them out. The video quality is finally at a flagship level with that beautiful 4K 60 FPS. The flow state stabilization is still the best in the business, giving you impossibly smooth video no matter what you're doing. And the rugged, case-free waterproofing means you can just take it anywhere. But more than all that, it solves the biggest problem for creators, having to choose between living in the moment and capturing it. The Go Ultra is so small, so light, and so easy to use that it just disappears. You mount it, you hit record, and you forget about it, trusting that it's capturing amazing footage you can turn into a masterpiece later. So, is the Insta360 Go Ultra worth it? If you're a vlogger, a traveler, an adventurer, an athlete, a parent, or any creator who cares about freedom, portability, and getting a unique shot, then the answer is a loud and clear yes. It's not just an upgrade, it's a totally new way to think about filming your life. But that's just our take. Now, we want to hear from you. What was the one feature that impressed you the most? And what's the first creative, impossible shot you would try to get with the Go Ultra? Drop your ideas in the comments below, we love reading them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next one. We have a full head-to-head battle coming up against the latest from GoPro and DJI. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.